known as Silverhawk.
Steven,
Silverhawk.
Still need to come up with a
fourth.
Still need to come up with
Were.
another
Let
name
me
for
pull
you.
myself over here.
Stefan,
If I don't ruin
No,
anything.
no, like
All right,
you
everyone.
need, like, a
Hello,
railroad.
welcome back. We are going to
Railroad.
get this second part of the Great Train Robbery. Alrighty, welcome back. We're going to get the second part of this Great Train Robbery finished up here. I'm actually do a soft intro here, and then I'm going to hand it over to Ryan, who is head DM for this story here. We have Percival here by the wonderful Michael. I did forget your name. I was about to call you Matt. Colton is playing Barnaby, the Warforged, who eats metal for growth. And then we have Steven played by Lillian, and Steven is a bickering little child with a boomstick.
yes.
You guys have
pretty
just
accurate.
actually made some minor exit from the train, but are heading for Scotland Yard on a kind of a bad shot with a slingshot from a certain somebody that will not be named with a bad dice roll. Take it away, Ryan.
All right. Welcome back, everybody. As Aaron mentioned, you are now currently headed towards the wrong end of London. In fact, the train car that you were in has diverged off to the left and is heading down a track and directly outside. And Percival is the only one that can read this, but you see a giant sign that says, "Ahead, 1 mile, Scotland Yard."
You were supposed to hit the other one.
Oops.
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 That's not an oops.
I meant to hit it.
No. Meaning to hit something and hitting something are two separate things. That was not an oops. That is a oh shit. Barnaby, you got any tricks? Anything that can potentially stop a train? All I got is the dynamite, my grappling hook, and a couple little goodies.
I got some
You're
cheese.
not gonna like it.
I like it already better than my plan.
Okay. Climb around the side and try to start absorbing.
Grab the mic.
Yeah.
Five
Yeah.
minutes away.
Yeah, I'll.
You love the mic. You want
Yeah.
the mic.
I-
The mic.
Yeah. Yes. I will. I'll climb around the side and try to reach down and start absorbing the metal from the wheels.
Okay.
Hold on now.
Oh my god.
You realize that not all of us are just made of metal, right? Some of us got flesh and brittle bones.
We could jump off the train.
Hold on tight.
I came to get stuff off this train. I'm not leaving without something.
You could leave with your life.
I mean, I'm old, so at this point it's okay. I'd rather have the
jump.
money.
All right.
I'll take the train.
Okay.
Percival, what are you doing about the safe then?
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and take the grappling hook. And I'm gonna tie it onto a leg of this safe. I'm gonna open the side door,
Okay.
and I'm gonna throw the grappling hook out and hope that it gets onto the railroad and then yeets this safe out of the door. At the least, they will have the safe.
All right. And you are trying to slow the train down by reaching out and grabbing one of the wheels
Just as a
on this
quick
car.
question, did you check to see if there was a brake on this car? We should probably check that before you derail a train.
Oh. What?
I mean, you go and do your thing. I'm not going to stop you from derailing a train. Scotland Yard probably deserves it.
You're not very nice.
See?
I would like to I would like to shoot them in the face, to be honest.
Steven has just first-hand knowledge on that.
I do.
I'm just continuing to absorb the metal.
All right.
Of the wheels. So
You make a fortitude check, and let's have you make a ranged attack roll.
I fail.
Okay.
I succeed.
Okay, great. Your efforts trying to absorb the wheel just gets your hand burnt as the friction from it is passing too fast to try and absorb any of the metal from it. But that's okay, because instead of having to try and find a brake, what Percival has created is an anchor. As he tosses the grappling hook off and catches one of the ties in the rail tracks, the safe comes crashing back to the back of the car, slams against the back wall, and sideways wedges itself against the back door. And then suddenly the car jerks. The back end of it gives just a little bit, and the three of you go rolling to the front of the car.
This is why.
Since I was already on the side of the car.
Yes, you find yourself off on the tracks now, about 20 feet ahead of the car.
Percival, as he's falling forward through the car, just goes, "This is what momentum looks like."
What is momentum?
You're experiencing it firsthand.
I don't like it.
And smack into the front of the car.
Car's still coming.
No, the car is stopped
Car
now.
stopped, okay.
Jerked to a stop.
Okay.
Are we alive?
I'm gonna say Percival probably suffered some minor injuries, maybe a few minor injuries.
All right. What is Steven doing with the safe or inside the car right now?
He is going to. So the safe is inside the car right now.
It is, yes, it's fallen onto its side and gotten pulled all the way back to the back door of the car.
He is going to open the door and try to push it. He's just gonna try to push it out.
All right. It is too long, like it's door shaped, but it's on its
So
side right now.
Okay, then he's going to try to turn it and push it.
All right, you can try and make a strength check, but I'm
I'm-
telling you, you're gonna need a 30 or something.
Yeah, it's gonna be.
It's too much for Steven, I think.
Yeah.
But you can start pushing against the wall.
Trying. He got a 3. He's trying so
All right.
hard. He's
Okay.
gonna get frustrated and shoot the thing.
All right, where do you shoot it?
The lock.
Okay. Make a damage roll. Give me a D12. Yeah. And why don't you make a perception check, Mr. Out on the tracks? Go ahead.
That is a 14.
A 9. Okay. You do some significant damage to the lock, and it's dented in now. You think you could maybe wedge in some dynamite or something, but the bullets aren't going to get you through. And how much?
14.
A 14. Great. You see off the top, as you're looking down the tracks ahead of you, an upside-down version of the tracks, since you're lying on your back, a mechanized, steam-wheeled car is coming down the tracks, bumping along, heading in your direction. And there is a blue and a red lanterns on top of each side of it, just flashing around.
Guys,
What? I'm kind of busy here.
something's coming.
I'm working with dynamite. What's going on?
Blue lights, red lights, wheels.
Oh crap.
I don't like any of those. Hold on. Percival needs to find at least a cane or something real quick. I'm gonna go through some luggage.
Yes. So Percival's leg is injured, and you're bumped around a lot now.
I just give up on trying to find it in the luggage, and I find a piece of metal piping, and I'm like, that'll do for now.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna hobble myself up to see that they're coming and go, well, that's unfortunate. You got that dynamite in there, kid?
I do. I got the dynamite right here, and I'm wedging it in the safe. It's...
Remember, don't light it until you're ready to run.
Okay, it's in there. All right. Ready?
Yes. Hold on. Don't just light it yet. Barnaby, you've got a lot of interesting little gizmos and gadgets. A few that I put in there myself. Do you have anything that I don't know about that may be helpful in this particular situation? Did you just light it when I told you not to? All right, I gotta get off this.
She absolutely did. Steven has lit
I'm not getting
the...
back on the train. I see that
fuse.
fuse burning.
As a representative of the audience, she just shared eyes with me as she went to light that. And I felt like I was in on a very, very bad idea.
Damn it, this stupid kid keeps trying to kill me.
The fuse is
One day
burning
it will
down
work.
quickly. Steven comes running past
He's
towards
going
the
to
front.
actually grab the your pant leg and try to pull you.
All right.
Like, let's go.
You pulling on my good leg doesn't help me with my bad leg.
Just keep moving.
I'm trying. You're grabbing.
Gonna go off.
I just pick up Steven and throw him out the door, and then I will jump down after him.
All right.
I will try to catch
Land
Steven
on Steven.
with my one kind of baby arm and my one regular arm.
I did not successfully toss Stephen far, so it was more of
Okay.
a kick out the door while Percival tried to save himself.
All right. Give me a dexterity check against this mini fireball. It's about to go off. Go ahead, all of you, in fact. Ooh.
That is a
too bad.
22.
Nice.
That will be a 16 for
Okay.
Barnaby, for Percival.
I told you you're going
It's
senile.
okay if I forget people's names. I don't know anybody's
I
names.
told you, I'm not enfeebled, I'm just old.
All right. In slow motion, Stephen comes flying out the back of the train. Barnaby reaches up and grabs him. And then Percival, with his crutch, leaps over the side. And just as he does, a fireball lights up from the back of the train car and comes rushing forward and passes right over your head as you land down on the tracks.
Can I do a good dismount at least?
Yeah, absolutely.
Great. I slam on my butt. Best dismount you can get at my age.
All right. Smoke is coming from the back of the train.
How
About
close are those lights getting?
They are about a half mile away still.
All right, we have a very important decision to make. One, we can cover ourselves with the snow that's around us, blend in, wait for them to get here, ambush them, take their stuff and the stuff on the train, and then run away. Or option two, we can hurry and try and rob the train with what's left of the train, and then get away.
Which option do I get to shoot people in?
Either option, it's a viable possibility.
Okay, then I'm good with either plan.
Actually,
I like option 2.
Burnaby, didn't Stephen shoot a hat off of one of the coppers? You think that hat might be still in the train? Maybe not as damaged.
There is a copper still in the train glued to the ceiling.
Oh right,
If memory
forgot about
serves.
him.
Simple problem. We have witnesses that saw us, which means that they'll know that Barnaby is not actually a cop. Which means that you and I are going to either go to jail or die. And I don't think that's a good idea. Maybe if we killed all the people, it wouldn't be a problem, though. Hint, hint, nudge, nudge.
I'm just gonna point out right now. There's one car on this track.
Yes, but we have witnesses back on the previous.
Right, but in this particular moment, Barnaby could look like one of them and maybe send them off somewhere else.
Okay.
It's quite possible.
Stephen, your capacity to try and commit murder, while fantastic most cases, in this particular case is not helpful.
Well, I got the safe open, so.
Yes, you did, and nearly killed us all, but you
What
did
happened to the copper in the blast?
Did he just become a projectile?
The copper is now welded to the top of the train,
Where he belongs.
exactly where he belongs.
That was
A
unintended.
permanent
but
fixture.
Very impressive.
It's like a
Still not out of my
chandelier.
reach. I could technically get an approximation of that hat.
Do you need a stool?
You see my hat just change to look kind of like the cop hat.
Okay,
How much is kind of like?
make a roll.
Make a percentile.
Let the
roll.
dice decide. Yeah, give us a percentile.
What percentage of that hat is
95% accurate.
Hey!
All right.
It's just a back spot right there. It shows my bare head, which is also.
It's just got a tiny hole in
Yes.
it.
All
That'll
right.
make sense. You were just an explosion. You'd be fine.
Okay. As the car comes rushing up, what is Percival and Stephen doing? Are you like?
We're probably raiding the safe.
That's,
right.
I already am stuffing coins in my pocket. I don't know where you are.
I'm at the safe,
Oh, okay.
watching you stuff coins in your pocket while I'm reaching in for the bail bonds and other nice paper stuff that hopefully isn't too badly
It's
singed.
just paper is not helpful.
Oh, they're flying all over the place.
Like,
well, let's.
We don't need
Per-
paper.
Percival
we
is
need
grabbing
coins.
it and being like,
"There's
"You-
gold in here. Why are you grabbing the paper?
You see this
can't
one?
even read it."
You see this one piece of paper?
Yes.
It's worth about 1,000 of those gold coins.
Why does it say? Why is it 1,000?
I'm not going to explain economy to you. That's going to take way too long, and we're about to be in a real bad situation.
Okay, just stuff it in your pocket.
That's what I'm doing. You focus on the
I'm
coins.
stuffing more. I should Steven is trying to stuff some of the papers into your pocket.
Okay.
Let's go!
You can find like 5 or 6 good pieces of bond paper in there.
Perfect.
You also find a box.
Ooh, I'll take it.
This box is a strange contraption. You can see a bunch of wires running around the outside of it and then disappearing down inside of it. It doesn't appear to be locked.
Is it a
It
bomb?
opens on the top, and there is a switch on the very top.
Now, before you decide, I'm going to hold on to this before you just decide to create another problem. No.
I want to touch the
I
button.
slapped a hand. Stop it.
I want to touch the button.
No.
I want to touch the button.
Some buttons are not meant to be pressed.
All buttons are meant to be pressed. That's why they are buttons.
All right, Barnaby. Outside the train, this steam-powered car is coming rushing up, and then suddenly 2 other cars peel out from behind it, one to each side. These 3 police vehicles are pulling up now on the towards the back of this train car.
I am standing in a way where I can keep my eye inside the train, but not necessarily be seen from inside.
All right.
And then as they arrive, I will turn to them and greet them.
Okay. The cops jump out of the car immediately. Out of the 2 of them, and the cars just screech up, and like big exhausts of steam come boiling out as they
Plumes of
apply the
smoke.
brakes. And then 4 cops jump out of each one. 2 in each one are human, and then 2 in each one are Warforged metallic cop guards, copper cops that you've seen before.
Copper coppers.
So there's 4 cops.
There are 12
12
total.
cops. Only 12 of you? That is not nearly enough. Need more backup. There's too many of them. They're too powerful. They already ripped off my arm.
Excuse me, what is going on here?
I was guarding this train, and it is being robbed. We need more. They are too powerful.
One of them is running up towards you, looking around. He shouts back, "Look, Lieutenant, it's totally been blown up inside."
Yes, that just shows the power. I barely escaped the blast myself.
Would-
Not without injury.
Which way did they go, officer?
I didn't see where they went. We need to hunt them down, and there's too many of them, and they are too powerful. 12 of us isn't going to be enough.
All right, give me a deception roll.
That is going to be a natural 0.
Oh no.
Or an unnatural 0.
An
First of all-
unnatural 0.
Yeah.
I did not teach that acting class.
You keep claiming that you're not doing a lot of things, but I think that's how he learned to act.
I swear to you, I did not teach him any of that. That is the worst acting experience I have ever seen.
They come closer, and as they do, one of the metallic coppers leans over to the lieutenant, whispers something in his ear, and he glances over at you and looks back into the train.
Get low.
And he's going to make a perception check.
Fucked.
Can we hide? Like when they
Yeah,
arrive?
give me a stealth check.
That'll be an unnatural 20.
Okay.
17.
Okay. Well done, officer. Yes, quite well done. Very good. Let's see what they've gotten away with, and we'll start tracking them down immediately. Take him into custody! And immediately 2 of the officers grab you.
Push the button.
I'm going to start throwing them off.
Okay, you can start fighting with
I don't
them.
care what it does. I don't think you need to press it that many times.
It needs to be pressed.
That is going to be a 14 to throw the first one.
Okay.
I'm going to press it.
All right, they've got you pinned down to the ground.
Steven has taken the little box with the wires in it, and I gave it to Steven, and he has now pressed the button consistently.
Consistently. Okay, well, it's a toggle switch, so you keep switching it back and forth. Click, 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 click.
I remember
All right.
why I never had children.
Okay. As you
Light on, light off, light on, light
As the lieutenant steps onto the train, you lock eyes with him, as he doesn't spot Percival, but he sees you back there. And just as you flick the switch, the world around you goes all wiggly giggly.
Does it go wiggly giggly with
Did
me,
I
or am I
die?
still where I'm at?
Am I
The
dead?
the last thing you hear as everything spins into a spiral is the lieutenant say, "Stephen," and then suddenly you're all gone.
I think I
Where am I?
died.
As you're rushing down the train tracks, the three of you see a sign outside that says Scotland Yard 1 mile ahead. What do you do?
The hell was that? Steven? You still got that box?
I pressed the button.
Does Steven,
and I went
does
back
Steven
in
still have a
time.
box?
Stephen is holding a box.
I have all the power in the world.
I hurry and snatch it.
No, no, it's mine. Give it back.
No, no.
No. He's gonna jump and try to grab it from you. That's an 8.
Who gets
Hold
it?
on.
Who gets it?
That is 18.
Dang it.
Or wait,
Give it back.
athletics or dex?
It would be a dexterity check, yeah.
Okay, yeah, then 18.
Give it back.
All right, Percival, you have the box.
First of all,
Mine.
you're gonna flick this until we're into oblivion. No.
So, Percival, you see that Stephen is holding a box. You don't know why. You've grabbed it from her. From him. I'm sorry. You've grabbed it from him, and you're staring. Like, how did you get this? You're looking ahead. You're wondering why. Like, what you're going to do to stop the train before you get to Scotland Yard. You don't know that you've gone back in time.
Right. I don't know where you got this from.
I
But the
went
last
back in
toy I
time.
gave
I'm from
you-
the future. I'm from the future.
We're gonna circle back around to that. We've got a problem. Do you not see? You missed the
I
shot.
see the problem. I see the problem. But what we do originally doesn't work. So we need to come up with a new plan. He's going to say that he's going to absorb the metal from the train track tire thingies. And that's not going to work.
Wait, is that what you're gonna do?
That is what I was going to do.
That's not going to work. We're not going to do that.
All right, I'm listening.
Instead, we need to do something else.
All right. Well, I was gonna take the grappling hook, put it around the safe, and throw it out.
That
the
doesn't work.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it doesn't work. I was there.
I will
alright.
just
I remember
start
everything.
absorbing metal from the train car.
Okay. As you do so, your left arm starts to get bigger and back to normal size.
What will work then? Man of the future.
I don't know.
So for all intents and purposes, my safe trick probably would work.
No, it doesn't work.
And I will be focusing on taking out the back.
It goes
train
out.
car.
Okay.
You
So you're in
can't
the back
get it
of the
out.
train
It
car.
doesn't get out. What?
Oh, sorry. So Barnaby's at the back of the train car, trying to get the door open and
Absorb any
Did
metal.
we try to do a break?
We did. I exploded it. You nearly died, and then you yelled at me.
Got it. I meant like a break on the train car. Did we try that?
There's no break.
Oh. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, hey, instead of what we were doing before, why don't we just grab the safe and throw it out and then jump with it?
Okay.
I could do that.
All right, I'll help you out.
We didn't try that last time.
That would be an.
I need some
a
strength
13.
checks. Strength.
That would be a 17.
17,
20.
20. Okay. The three of you together, and then Stephen making one final run up and push, can slide the safe back to the back of the tracks. And the car is slowing down. Up ahead, through the open door in the front of the car, you can see blue and red lights on a steam-powered car coming up towards you.
Oh,
Those
should
were
we
the
just
cops.
throw it off the side and hope for best?
Or,
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Let's push it off and then jump.
All right. Make a dexterity check to jump after the train and not get hurt.
That was almost a natural.
That'll
But
be.
that's a 16. It was almost.
I saw it come roll back.
I would make his a dirty 20.
Okay.
That's a 3.
All right. Barnaby comes rolling off. What part of you gets injured in rolling off of this train on the tracks as you smack against things? Your hat. Your hat goes bouncing off and careening against the tracks up ahead of you. Okay. The train car continues rolling off.
Can I do one thing before we leave?
Yes.
I'm gonna take.
What? Why?
Start malfunctioning.
Put the hat back on!
as
Somebody grab a hat!
as I just start shooting pieces of metal
Ooh.
that I have absorbed off.
Okay.
Right before you do this, I take a little, the thing that stick the guy to the thing. I go and stick that on the front of the train and activate it so that it starts expanding, just in case. And then I go ahead and jump off.
So bubbles and stuff. That stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if it hits something in front of it, whatever it hits will hopefully get dragged a bit with it.
All right.
Creating a greater distraction. That's
Okay.
The hope, at least.
All right. From the police officer's point of view now, the train car is being enveloped in bubble bath
Pretty much.
and speeding towards them.
Yep.
Okay. So a linchpin from the train car comes shooting out and smacks into the safe and careens off of it. What else is spitting out of your metallic body?
I'm just shooting off fingers, toes.
I believe there's a saber that comes rushing out at some point.
I'm going to try and dodge it as it
I'm
comes
gonna
by.
dodge.
Hey!
That is a 19.
All
I
right.
managed to dodge. However, that saber came a little faster than I expected. Took a little bit of that mustache
Just
right off.
right
with
past
it.
your head.
It's a little uneven now.
It goes whirling past.
The
Damn
mustache
it,
looks
Barnaby!
stupid anyway.
Did you lose your head again?
Okay, who
Yes.
grabs? What are you doing to help him out?
I am going to reach into my bag, search through things, find a cheese wheel, and stick it on top of his head as a hat.
I don't think that's gonna work.
This is a fashion in America.
Nope.
No.
I'm gonna
Metal
hurry. And
starts
look,
shooting off faster.
I'm gonna hurry and look for the dang hat.
All right.
Nope.
No.
If I give you my gun and put it on your head, will that count?
You know what? Here, I give you my hat.
As pieces are still shooting off.
You have a cowboy hat on your head now.
One piece shoots through my head and shoots a hole in the cowboy hat.
Oh.
I mean, that was my second favorite hat.
Give me a
so-
perception check, Steven.
12.
12. You look around. Several more things pop out of his arms and his shoulders. The arm that was growing back is now completely fallen off, and then finally you spot a bowler hat, a metallic bowler hat in the weeds next to the tracks.
All right. He's gonna run towards it, grab it, and then run back and put it on the guy's head.
Okay.
Barnaby, I found your hat. Are you good? Are you still hostile? Are you still going to try to murder us? I hope not.
I'm good.
You're good?
Your hand is like 5 inches away from you on the ground there. You're also missing your big toe, your little toe, and a pinky, and potentially your middle finger. Although, some would say that's an improvement.
All right.
Why?
You'll understand when you're older.
I am also about 2 feet shorter.
Starting to really see no difference between the two of you.
The three of you are standing
I'm not
around the
that
safe.
Small.
The three of you are.
You're starting to look
I eat all
smaller.
my vegetables. I'm
You're
very
an
tall.
8-year-old child.
I'm big. I am growing
You're
up.
big for your age.
You're full of shit.
I eat all of my vegetables, so I can be big and strong. It doesn't
Where
work,
are you
but I
getting
try.
How many
Vegetables.
vegetables does a poor
Cheese.
steampunk child have?
Cheese is not a
Whatever
vegetable.
Cheese is not a vegetable. That's for
Does
sure.
bread count as a vegetable?
No.
Does a rat count as a vegetable?
No.
Then I don't know what a vegetable is.
That's what I thought. Pretty sure you've never seen a carrot in your life.
What's a carrot?
That's what I thought.
All right. As the three of you are standing around the safe, you hear a crash up ahead. You can see one of the police vehicles has run into the train car and is now on its side. The other two are coming around each side of it and pulling up close to you. What do you guys do?
All
Steven?
right. Steven,
I'm gonna act. What?
can you go shoot those guys? Barnaby, can you put a hole in this and we'll stick some TNT in there and hurry and blow it open?
Start slowly melting a hole next to the lock.
All right.
I'm going to take my sidearm, a 6-shooter, and I'm going to open up the little container on the side of me, stick it in, and when I pull it out, you see a buttstock pop up, and then it gets a longer barrel and a scope pop up, and I go, all right, you start shooting wheels, I'll start shooting dudes. And I'm going to take an aim.
That's not fair.
Does your gun have reach? No. than you do over the wheels when they get close, if I miss anyone. And I will take, I do not have any more of those foam because I use them on the train.
Okay.
So Percival will
shot
take
them
out
here.
a new type of ammunition and stick it in. This type of ammunition is we'll say for all intents and purposes, where the other one was like a soapy, bubbly thing that would stick to you. This is more of a, like, it latches on and you just hear a beep, 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 and it causes little tiny explosions. Not good enough to, like, take down a person, but enough that if you, hit a screw correctly, that
Okay.
you could potentially cause some problems.
So these are explosions. Are they electrical or are they?
Yeah, electrical.
Okay.
They'll fizzle stuff out.
Okay, got it.
Or electrocute someone holding a handle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. All right, give me some attack rolls.
Come on, Steven. Oh,
Nice catch.
That's a 17.
All right.
20.
Yeah, 19.
Okay.
Never mind. Slightly better than I thought.
The car that you hit, you blast one of the front wheels, and it starts creaking along and almost tips over, and the cops have to come out the side of it and then jump
How
off.
close are the cops to me?
They're not too far away,
I'm gonna start shooting.
so
the cops.
they're far enough that they can't just grab you, of course, but
You try grabbing a small child with the
Blunderbuss.
gun. It's gonna
It's not-
go
it's
great
not
for
easy.
you.
okay.
He will bite.
And your attack roll?
That was a 19.
And what are you aiming at?
Well, I know that most of these cars, they don't really have electrical stuff in them, but it's really hard to grab a joystick if your hand keeps getting shocked.
It's for sure.
And what if the coppers grab it? Well, they tend to be a lot more critically wounded by such things. So I'm shooting right at the little gearbox at the front of it, so they can't see that I shot it,
Okay.
but that it will also go bzz, 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 and hopefully tase the crap out of them.
Okay.
They'll just get a little tickle.
You do so. The strike hits, like you said, the little lever that they're using to steer back and forth, and it swerves off to the left. It doesn't crash,
Right.
but they do have to bail out before the copper kind of short circuits and just slams it forward, which hits the brakes,
Yep.
and jerks the car to a stop, and the other three bail out and start rolling in the grass and the weeds.
All right, future man, you see this going this way or not?
I never got to this part. This
You're
didn't
useless then. All right, Barnaby, we're flying wild now.
I am going to keep shooting at the cops. I am aiming to kill.
I
Got
can't
about
hit.
that much of a hole
All right.
burned in.
You've got enough. You could stick the butt of a dynamite stick in there. Give me another attack roll.
I hand you
Doesn't
the stick of dynamite.
5.
Light me a
Okay.
candlestick dinner.
I put the dynamite stick in that little hole I made, and I just strike myself trying to light it.
Great. A spark comes off. The fuse is lit. You can
All
hear
right,
spark.
kid. Make sure you're not nowhere near safe. I run for the tree line.
Your blast,
no.
unfortunately, goes over the heads of the cops and knocks you back with that kind of roll. You get knocked backwards and you slam back into the end of the safe. You can hear the fuse burning above you.
Oh no, oh no,
crap.
oh no, oh no.
Barnaby, here, take this grappling hook, throw it to the kid and grab him.
I just started pulling.
All right, make a strength check for me.
That is a 15.
Okay. As you're getting pulled away, one of the cops, the lieutenant, runs up and is about to shoot you with this big, long-barreled cane gun that he has, and stops momentarily and says, "Steven?" And then you yank him away, and you see the fuse burning lower and lower. What do you do?
How does this guy know me?
Do I see the guy try to shoot Steven?
No, he pauses. Instead of shooting him,
Wait.
he stops right there.
Dad?
I'm gonna fire at the guy. I still need this kid.
Okay.
Future man needs to explain how he came from the future. Nope. That's a 10.
All right. You blast over his head, and it sparks as it goes past him. He will... Okay. He will start chasing after you, and as he does, the safe explodes behind him and knocks him down. The other cops, though, there's 6 others, start forming a circle around the 3 of you.
All right,
Percival,
future
what do
man.
you do?
Hand me the box! Hand me the box!
Fine, take the box.
Come on, work! Do the thing!
You yell at the box and then flip the switch into the other position. The 3 of you are on a mechanical police car driving down the streets of London. Behind you is another car with its lights flashing, following close behind. Most of the contents of the safe are in the car. Actually, let me roll just to see. Okay, yeah. Most of the contents of the safe, whatever you could have grabbed, are in the car. And Barnaby, you're driving. Percival, you're holding Stephen by the hands out the back of the car. Stephen, the police lieutenant, is holding onto your legs as you're dragging him behind.
Happened?
Let him go.
And he's...
Let go!
Yes, you do.
Okay.
He's gonna start kicking.
All right. The lieutenant is yelling at you, please, Stephen, just come back to your mother and I.
You know this boy?
Maybe?
Maybe is not a definite answer. I need a yes or no.
Do you think I have a definite answer? I was an orphan that lived in a...
I'll explain it to you in simpler terms. Your answer determines whether I keep holding on to you or I let go.
You kick him in the face.
Pull me back in!
So the answer is no.
Probably not!
And I will attempt to pull in Stephen.
All right.
Nope. Stephen is still outside the door.
All right. As you kick him in the face, he says, your mother has been so worried. Stephen, please.
Stephen,
I've seen you once in my life! Who the hell are you?
what's your thoughts on public indecency?
What?
What's your thoughts on public indecency?
That's too big of a word for me.
I don't know what that means!
Undo your trousers, your pants will fall off.
Gonna drop his sock into his shoe.
Make a dexterity check for me. Why don't you make a dexterity check to drive this car around too?
That is a 12.
Okay. All right, you kick your shoe off. He rolled a 3 to keep hanging on. And so as the shoe comes off, his grip loosens, and you see him start tumbling back behind you. The car behind has to swerve around him, and he stands up in the middle of the street. Steven!
I don't know you!
And as soon as that happens, the car swerves to the left and crashes into a building.
Okay.
What did I miss?
They're a little more harder than that. So hopefully, we're not going to be in this situation for too long. You move over and you start firing. I'll take the car.
What did I miss? What just happened?
What do you mean? What did you miss? We got at we
I pressed the
attacked
button.
7 people. We got to the safe. We hurried and emptied it. We grabbed whatever we could. Grabbed one of the vehicles that had been stopped. I knocked the guy that we electrocuted. Got on. Drove off into the city. We've been doing this for the last 20 minutes. And then some stupid guy ran up as you were climbing on, grabbed his foot, and then as I was trying to grab you up, he started yelling, "Steven, go back to your mother."
What would happen if I pressed it again?
Stephen, just now you hear Big Ben chime 2 a.m. And that's about an hour past when you last thought that you knew what time it was.
What? I just missed an entire hour. I traveled in the future.
You're too young to be drinking. Blackouts like that aren't supposed to happen until you're my age.
It's not a blackout. I traveled into the future.
Can you remember anything for the past hour?
No,
That's called alcoholism.
but I remember I traveled into the past. I knew stuff that I should know, right? Remember?
So now you're a not future past? How did that work?
I'm gonna press it again.
Percival has no idea what it does.
Steven doesn't either.
As you flip the switch back, you find yourself shooting at cops in the field by the railroad tracks as you are pushing, as Percival is pushing Barnaby up into the front seat, insisting that he can drive the car.
Hurry up!
He gets into the car.
Okay.
Drive, and keep all the windows up.
So it's like an open air. It's like it's like an open air. It's got a glass windshield, and then the rest is all like
I'm
open.
going to stay in the middle this
Percival
time.
grabs the wheel and says, "Hold on to your buckets, or in your case, your bolts."
Just then, the lieutenant jumps up and tries to grab you, but since you're in the middle of the car, he's just holding on to the back of it and getting.
I'm pushing this thing for all it's got. I look
Hit him with
at
the butt of my gun.
Okay.
I look at Barnaby and say, "Hey, see that little pile of bricks over there? It's called coal. Stick it in that engine. We're gonna try and see how fast this thing can go."
Not very
Start
fast.
shoveling.
What do you mean?
Not very fast.
Why not very fast? This is another future man moment?
I was from the future and then the past and now the future again.
How are you doing this?
I don't know. The box has all the power. I have the box. I have the
You
power.
hold the box.
No.
No. You hold the box. We all click the button together. How about that? See if we can all be future man.
Okay, go ahead. I'll press it.
Okay, I'll hold on to the box. Barnaby, you hold on to the box.
Barnaby, you're still driving. Make a dexterity
Oh,
check
no, I'm
for me.
driving. I'm holding on to the box in the back like this.
Barnaby, press the button.
Barnaby clicks the button.
Yes.
Okay. Just as you are pushing the button, the lieutenant has pulled himself up over the back, and he jumps onto Stephen's back. Barnaby flicks the switch, and you find yourself crashed into a wall in the about 3 miles deeper into London. The chimes of Big Ben are going off at 2 a.m.
Well, that was unsuccessful. Also, you have a monkey on your back.
Help.
What in the blazes is this?
Barnaby, would you mind?
Who the hell are you?
And just like,
Stephen, I'm your father!
I'm gonna
Why
try to
have
grab
I
him
never
beneath
met
the
you?
arms.
Okay, you've
And
got him
just
back
like-
behind. All right, make a grapple check for me. Oh, yeah, you got him.
25.
All right, you rip him off of Stephen. Please, you don't understand. You were stolen from us years ago.
Sir?
But I would never
I think this man's
forget that
insane.
birthmark. Where's your birthmark, Stephen?
I don't have a birthmark. I have a missing eye.
Oh, that's right. I would never forget how you lost your eye
How did I lose it?
when you fell out of your pram onto
I don't know what
Seagull's
that is.
beak.
Sir, as much as this is a heartfelt story that I'm sure you would really like to keep going, I'm just going to take one of my little stun bullets and goes, "This is going to make your chest hairs tickle," and I'm going to hit him with it.
All right, it zaps him, and he goes limp and falls over.
I think this man is insane.
Behind you,
We
another
should get
cop.
the heck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
Behind you, another cop car is pulling up. There's a hole in the building that you've just crashed into, or there's alleyways
find
and
a boat.
streets.
We should go into the building and try to cut through there.
Yeah. So we run through the building. Do I know the layout of London at all?
Oh no, you didn't.
Barnaby?
No, how long
I
have you
would
been
know-
here?
I've only been here about a month and a half.
Yeah,
I found
not
Barnaby.
not so
I
much.
would know the layout of London.
Okay, and you're trying to get to the Thames? Or you're
Yeah.
trying to find a boat?
We're
Get
trying
on
to
a
get
boat.
to a boat.
Okay. All right, you're heading south then.
I hear France is lovely this time of year.
What's France?
We'll get there. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
But we're not crossing a bridge, we're crossing water. I don't think you...
I'm going to have to teach you what expressions are. Anyway, Barnaby, do you mind putting up in front of us and clearing the way?
Come on, Barnaby.
Yeah. Just need a little bit more metal.
I've got...
You've got the car that you were riding in. You could.
I will.
Here, take the metal pipe that I've been carrying around as a cane.
Forgot about that
hobble.
I'll go over to the car and absorb from the wheels.
Okay.
You really like the wheels.
The wheels are rubber, but you see the steering wheel.
Steering wheel. Metal. Yes.
And pull that off.
I'll absorb that
Okay.
as we run.
As we're running, I take out little tiny caltrops that look like little buttons that have a little flashing blue light on them, and I just start dropping them behind me.
All right.
They're called taser mines. Makes everyone's chest hairs tickle.
The coppers are chasing after you. Let's do a skill test. So we need Steven to do some kind of knowledge check to get you going in the right direction.
All right.
Percival, your dexterity on tossing those behind you. And let's do a just a general athletics type check to keep running and pushing past people. Well, there's nobody on the street. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. But just to keep ahead. Okay, let's see what I want to see if we can get is 1, 2, 3. Let's get 6 successes before we get 4 failures. It's going to be a tough one.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I got a 23 to be tossing stuff as we're running.
Okay.
23 as well for intelligence.
Okay.
And a nat one.
All right. So that's
Oh.
2 successes
We
and
go
a
to
failure.
crash
So
through
what
a wall.
happens?
We're trying to run through a door, like using me as like a battering ram, and I missed the door, run into the wall, hit a stud, and bounce off and land on my back.
Okay. All right. Roll again.
Barnaby!
Let's have everybody roll again. That's 2 and 1.
It's gonna be a
17.
Okay.
And that'll be an 18 for me.
Okay.
Barnaby I put my shoulder to the door,
I see
and I
what you
try to push the door open, but I can't get enough momentum.
It's not a push, it's a pull.
Just shoot the door!
Turn the handle and pull it.
After unsuccessfully trying to crash through the first door, you get that open, you guys make it into another building, and you immediately try and crash into that one. Percival pushes you out of the way and opens the door. Okay, so that's 4 successes, that's 2 failures. Let's see what we can get here. Again, but you are heading in the right direction, and you can hear the Thames up ahead of you.
17.
And the cops are falling a little bit farther behind.
That's a 9.
A 9, okay.
22.
Keep up,
Oh,
old man!
there we go. You finally find a way through that is now 6 successes and 3 failures. So you guys barely make it. The last you run out of caltrops
Yep.
before you can get to the end. But
Just kind of
luckily,
emptied the bag and threw it behind me.
There goes the bag.
Not that bag. I have more than one.
How many bags do you have?
Like 8. Be prepared. Come on.
How are you carrying 8 bags?
I am not enfeebled. I am old.
All right, so Percival, you come rushing up behind the two of them, and ahead of you, you see you're on the banks of the Thames. You're on the walkway, just leading past down to the east of you a little bit, so you can see a little stairway going down to the river, and there's some boats.
Anybody
Okay.
know how to
I can pilot a barge. Is there a barge?
What's a barge?
I think smaller boats.
Is there like a canal boat or canal boat?
Yeah.
All right, you see that canal boat down there? The long, skinny wooden thing with a little tiny.
I see. It's not Venice, but you can find a little skiff or something to
Yeah, I never mind.
rowboat something.
Canal boat's like a sailboat, except it didn't have a sail
the
on it.
floating
Yeah.
boats. So, Barnaby, do you know the difference between these boats?
That one.
The long, skinny boat that has a steering wheel on
There are like 3 long, skinny boats. Which one are you looking at?
I just point at one. Say that one.
That'll
Okay,
do it.
do that one then.
Roll just give me a flip of a coin.
A flip of the coin.
Yeah, odds or evens.
Evens.
Okay.
4.
Okay. You find one that does have a steam engine and a paddle in the back of it.
Is there any like bags of coal nearby?
Yeah, on the boat it would be
Is
ready
there any
to.
extra bags of coal, like on the ground, like sitting near it, near the boat that I could load on?
Yeah,
just for
sure.
extra?
Why not?
I tell you guys, I get on the boat, and I grab a couple extra bags, throw them on there. I'm gonna teach you how to make a boat go fast.
Don't you just push it?
No.
I'll jump on the
so
boat.
much to
Okay.
teach. No, don't jump! Don't jump! You're a big metal man, and this is a wooden boat.
The boat starts rocking back and forth.
Can it
wasn't a
support
big
his
jump.
weight?
No, I meant more about him going through the boat and us sinking to our deaths.
I can swim. I don't know about
How much
you.
bigger have you gotten by now? Are you
Only like 2 inches.
Okay, so he's still
Oh,
he's still human weight.
All right. You know what? This time, you stand at the top of the boat and call out stuff. You take the coal in that bag and throw it in the big engine there, and
Okay.
I will pilot the boat.
I will do that.
takes the entire thing of coal, puts it all in. the
I mean,
coal.
cloth is flammable. It's fine. Not how you usually do it, but
Why
we're
don't you make a wisdom check for me? I just want to see something.
That is a 10.
Okay. As you shove as much coal in there as you can, it chokes and starts puffing, and you slowly make your way out into the Thames. Behind you, the coppers have caught up and are on the banks of the river. A couple of the human ones jump out and start trying to swim up to you. The other metal ones are running along the side.
That's not good, guys.
Hold on. One more. That's max speed. Probably about like 8 knots.
What? There's no knots on this boat. There's no rope.
Ahead of you,
Percival, there's no rope.
It's a nautical term. Knots. It's how fast the boat goes.
what are you doing, Barnaby?
I'm up at the front of the boat, and I'm just bird.
Dang nabbit, Barnaby. The copper's behind us. I meant try and get rid of them for us. Don't go in the water.
I can take care of him.
Again, I need to explain that spread does not equal accuracy.
Give me your gun.
Hell no. You're liable to lose it.
I won't lose it. Give it back.
I have given you
No.
many things and you have lost them
Knowing
all or
that
burnt them to a
I
crisp.
could
I am
always see what
supposed to be
happens if I
dealing
press
with
this.
Please
the
don't.
cops.
Yes.
I will
man, let's not
detach
do
a
that.
hand and throw it at them.
All right. Okay, make an attack roll. As you two are bickering, you're coming up on Tower Bridge, where you see cop cars again with their lights flashing, like pulling onto the bridge, and several of the cops are getting out and they're throwing down ropes off the side of the bridge and starting to climb down so that as you pass under, they can try and grab you.
Anybody got scissors?
I don't have scissors, but I do have something that might be a little helpful. Barnaby, you were doing something?
Well, I got a 25 on that attack roll.
Okay, you
so my
smack
hand,
one of them.
I throw it, and the hand doesn't hit them. It ties their shoelaces together.
Okay.
We've got like the Addams Family hand.
The hand starts tripping the coppers that are running alongside of you. Okay. What are you guys going to do about the bridge?
Barnaby takes his last little gadget he's got with him.
Percival,
sorry. Percival takes his last little gadget. Shush. I didn't forget my name. He takes the last little gadget. It's just a little box, and it's got a big old kind of a four-corner opening. And he goes, "Hey, kid, you want to push another button?"
Give me the button.
Put it down. Now, it just has to stay on the boat, so just push the button while it's here, and then watch as it goes. I mean, pressing it multiple times isn't going to do anything special.
All right, what does it do, Percival?
As it opens up, you see that the boat has like this kind of viscous, clear material, and as it expands, it gets bigger and bigger and inflates. And you see that the bottom of the box becomes extremely sticky and porous,
Okay.
kind of like the other stuff.
I see where we're going
And
here.
then the boat begins to start to lift up. And I just go look at Barnaby like, time for your second ability. And I'm just going to like come over and like grab a little like gear shift that's at the back of his neck and crank it a couple times. And you're going to see his arm open up into like a fan and extend forward. And I'm just going to be like, all right, Barnaby, it's all you.
So I point my fan arm behind us and a little bit down and just start fanning us forward.
All right, kid. Now we're getting close to the guys coming down the ropes. Shoot to your heart's content. Brace yourself.
He's gonna shoot.
All right. The adventure ends with Steven blasting with the boat and a giant balloon above it, flying up over the Tower Bridge as Steven's blasting away at the cops and them shooting back at you. You guys sail off into the cold winter night.
And
Where
that-
to? We will find out some other time.
Good headwind.
That
France by
right.
tomorrow.
I still don't know what France is.
That will
You'll live to
be-
love it.
That will be the end of the first live 3DMs in a Tale story, dubbed the Great Train Robbery, that for some reason has time travel.
Exactly. exactly right.
I have all the power.
I would like to point out while we're here on camera still that I was going to interject as the peanut gallery and be like, because the dynamic between Steven and Percival is bickering, and Colton's Barnaby just yes. But I was like, who's running this heist? And then at the point of time travel, like, I should have said that. Because now Steven's running the heist. The Time Lord of this train robbery.
You need to get him an electric screwdriver.
No, that was a lot of fun.
I'd like to thank Lillian, Ryan, Colton, and Michael for helping us on this very first 3 DMs in a Tale live. No audience yet, but I do hope for this to be a live show in the near future here. Thank you again for We Geek.
Good job.
Together here in Provo and the great Utah State for giving us the space for this. And tune in the next 2 weeks for the next story. We'll see ya.
See ya.